Welcome to the PoolWarden lab, and today we're going to discuss the operation of the TrueDPD free chlorine sensor. So we're assuming that you have this all hooked up properly, and for regular maintenance you have to open the lid, and first thing you'll see here is the DPD solution is so it looks kind of black, which means that it's no longer good and needs to be replaced. The key to having the solution last as long as possible is using distilled water, and of course the hotter it is, the shorter the lifespan. But typically in 100+ degree weather, you're going to get about 8 days of life out of the solution. So you will need to replace it weekly. So when we see that we have to replace the solution, you can just unscrew this and dispose of your solution, the drain. Okay, now it's also important to have either purified or distilled water. You don't want any minerals or chlorine. Distilled is actually the most preferable. But then you want to rinse this out. Then you need to fill this bottle up to the top here, just at the right here at this top, right there at the neck. And then you take the spoon and the DPD powder, and you want to have a level spoonful. Drop it in there. And then just give it a couple shakes. Put this back on. And then you want to come over to the controller, push the actually in the main screen, push number 6, and right here it says purge, which is underneath the number 2, or I mean it's over the number 2. Push that. That will automatically purge the system with fresh solution, and then you can push the number 3 to take a measurement. Now, the one thing that's important is having the correct clear voltage. You see right now it's actually flushing out the sample cell with a fresh sample of water. In this case, the 2 pool, it's going on pool 1. And okay, now it's going to stop for a minute, and then we'll come back on. It'll actually, the mixing motor with the magnet will start spinning around, and it just put in a drop of DPD solution. Now we're actually not reading much chlorine in here right now. Okay, So we start out with a clear voltage of 4.07 and it's 3.74. So we have 0.1 parts per million of free chlorine. Now it's doing number 2. Okay, now that we've verified that our DPD reagent is good, and we close the lid on that, we can actually come back to our PoolWarden and from the main screen here, push the number 6, which this is the DPD diagnostics, where we have a clear voltage, which is being read just with the water itself. DPD voltage is after the reagent has been applied, and then what the ppm is. We also have here, it says C, it says 0. That's the counter for the cycle, and you'll see there's actually 2 sets of numbers because we have 2 pools hooked up in this one. The V equals 4.43. That's the clear voltage we have right now. And then if there's any errors, they will be here. And then here where it says 0%, that's our reagent. Push the up arrow there, that'll give us, we can actually scroll through however much is in the bottle. But in this case, it'll be 100%. So we just changed it. Pushing, and you'll see here it says purge. This will automatically cause the new reagent to be drawn through the system, so it's ready to go. Then we can push measure. You'll see P1 came up. This is pool 1. It's counting through the cycle. The entire cycle takes about 91 seconds. But you'll see the number counting up. It's actually getting a sample of fresh water from the pool, and see it's about 30 seconds now, and it's gonna stop. Okay, it's gotten a fresh sample into the test cell. Now it's going to start actually the mixing magnet or motor and magnets going, and you'll see the number just dropped there on the voltage. That's showing us that there is chlorine in the water. Okay, and it's just mixing the sample right now with the reagent. Okay, so our reading's stabilized. It's up there, and that shows us what our parts per million is, and then it's started on the second.